Father Jim Eichner, Church of the Holy Cross in Redmond, standing in a cornfield, which may be a church of sorts, I guess, for you. What is this place that we're at?
Well, this is the solution to hunger in our neighborhoods. I'm in Snohomish County, where a local farmer, Dan Bartelheimer, has grown 3 acres of sweet corn to give away to the food bank.
So how does it work?
If somebody finds a farmer who is willing to grow extra food on their acreages. So other partners like Food Lifeline does all the trucking and all of the bringing the boxes and handling all of the distribution out of their big warehouse. The smaller regional food banks come out. That is completely scalable. You can do this in your backyard in one raised bed with one zucchini plant, or even on a porch in an apartment. You could grow one zucchini plant.
There's a lot of food out there that could be getting to folks in need, but it's the logistics of it that's really hard. It's connecting all the little dots between transporting, storing, and connecting all those different people together. So what we're doing at the Snohomish Conservation District through our Lawns to Lettuce urban agriculture program is trying to create a community food system. Whether that be teaching residents how to grow their own food in their backyards for their families and the excess for food banks, whether it be teaching people at food banks how to utilize the food that they're getting to cook and grow on their own, whether it be connecting farmers to food banks, whether it be helping community gardens get started, get off the ground, get the resources that they need.
Scripture tells us, hey, you know, don't go out and harvest all of the crop. You're supposed to leave a part of it back for the widows, et cetera, et cetera. You plant a few acres and you leave it for the charity organizations, Goodwill, for the food banks. It's an obligation that we're fulfilling.
The other thing that happens is there's just an urge inside of people to do this kind of thing. When you feed the hungry, you end up feeding your own soul. And so it's not something that you feel like you've given away or you've had something taken away from you. You actually come out fed and filled up yourself.